Welcome back to Fifth Gear. It's now time to continue our Aston Martin birthday celebrations.
I've already experienced the company's brand new four-door supercar, with Tiff wringing the neck of the new Rapide S. Now I want to delve into the historic heart of the company. From 1957 to 2007, this Newport Pagnell site was Aston Martin's global HQ. 15,000 cars rolled out of its gates. It's now home to a state-of-the-art showroom and is the base for the jewel in Aston's crown, their Heritage Centre. The master craftsmen here are internationally renowned for their immaculate restorations. Manager Graham Darby is granting me privileged access to this hallowed ground.
So this is Heritage Restoration Centre?
Yes.
Yeah?
In here we do all the mechanical work on heritage vehicles.
Every type of Aston ever made has visited this workshop, including this Thunderbird-style Lagonda. A DB6 once owned by Paul McCartney, and their most famous model of all, the 007 DB5.
So basically, I mean, going all the way back to this?
Yes, 1925. Pretty much everything.
100 years worth of motoring.
Absolutely, yes.
In here being restored. An average length of restoration?
12 to 14 months.
Okay. Can I talk about money? How much did it cost? Say that two over there.
I prefer not to discuss
that.
that.
But just a roundabout number. What?
Depending on the base vehicle, you'll get change out of 300,000.
Modern manufacturing sees body panels being put through all manner of robotically controlled heating, cutting and shaping processes. This ensures incredible consistency and a quick turnaround of parts, but doesn't involve a fraction of the human skill in here. As the original Astons weren't made by robots, they're not restored by them either. Each aluminium panel is cut and hammered by hand before being smoothed using a technique called rolling and then welded into place. This rolling is the hardest job of all, and a skill I'm being taught by shop manager Charlie Briggs.
How do you kind of visualise in your mind where this metal needs to stretch to give it the shape?
OK, well, for this instance, and any panel that we do, like a new panel that we haven't done before or regular, we start off literally with a piece of iron like this. Yeah. We'll lay it on the shape that we want. Yeah. And then we'll just let it settle down, and this will tell us, just by looking at where it puckers up, where there's too much material or where there's not enough material.
So there's obviously a bit too much there.
Yeah, so there, where you've got that pucker up there's too much. So we've either got to crimp that or stretch this.
So that whole front section...
Yeah.
How long does that take?
In man-hours, about 150 hours.
Right, that's amazing. Right, so what's this called?
This is the English wheel, and this is what allows us to stretch metal. Each time you approach a job, the first thing you have to do, obviously get the right wheel in for the job you want to do.
So you've got different shapes of this wheel?
That's right, yeah. You get different profiles, they'll obviously give you different curves.
And this is all done by eye? This is just a bit of feel? And...
All done by eye, yeah.
So this is how you make an Aston Martin DB5?
This is how you make an Aston Martin DB5 nose panel.
Well, it's much softer than I thought. It is, it's a feel thing, isn't it? You've got to not only with your eyes, but you've got to feel it in your hands.
Yeah, exactly. All the senses are working for you.
By moving the panel across the wheels smoothly, I'm changing the shape of it in two planes simultaneously.
What happens if you go diagonally too much?
Well, you'll start to bring it up in a diagonal fashion, so you'll end up with a ridge going through it.
Almighty.
After working for half an hour, it was time to find out if I could ever qualify as a panel beater for this most revered of establishments.
So, am I doing all right, do you think?
Well, let's have a quick look. It's not too bad. I mean, for a first attempt, I think I'll give you a 7 and a... Yeah.
7 out of 100, that's a good score.
Not a bad first go, but I don't think I'd ever have the skills to work on this. A very famous DB5 that was the Heritage Centre's biggest ever project. You're probably thinking that this is James Bond's DB5 from Goldfinger and Skyfall.
But I've got a little secret for you. Despite both films apparently using the same DB5, they were actually different cars. This one was used in Skyfall. But it was painstakingly restored here at Aston Martin to be an exact replica of the Goldfinger car. And I think you'll agree, the detail is mind-blowing.
A warm-up. This is so confidence-inspiring. I can just drift it to the limit straight away. Here we go. Here we go. That wonderful power. I can feel the back of the car breaking away and correcting. Just keep it neat and tidy through the final corner. Oh, I've got to run at him. He's not going to get me. He's not going to get me. He's not going to get me.